Hey there guys, I'm John Campea. Thanks for visiting my movie vlog, and this is my review and breakdown of the second trailer for the upcoming Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson film, Rampage. Now, like a lot of you, I thought the idea for this movie was kind of just a waste of time, kind of a silly idea for the film. But then the first trailer came out, and I got to admit, it worked for me. The first trailer worked for me. The second one has just dropped. Now, there is a number of things about the second trailer that are just repeat footage from the first trailer that's in there too, but a whole bunch of new stuff as well. So I thought it was worth us for us to sit down and take a look at it. So without any further ado, let's dive in to this new trailer for Rampage. And we get started right from the first frame. Let's take a look at this.
I rescued George. He was 2 years old. He's not just a friend. He's family.
Okay, so first of all, starting off the trailer with a picture of cute, pretty George. Look how cute George is. George is this adorable little animal. He's so cute. That is really a great idea for them as filmmakers to handle it that way, because it instantly gets us attached to them. Because when we see the dog as a puppy first, and we really love the puppy, them making the decision to show us George as a baby, probably a really, really good decision on their part, because it's going to get us attached to him right away. Okay, let's keep things moving here.
He's family. Don't move a muscle.
Okay, he's not just a friend, he's family. That, of course, the trailer's letting us know right up front, the connection between Dwayne Johnson and the ape. That was, of course, in the first trailer as well, but that's key for them to communicate to us as an audience right off the bat.
Are you crazy? No, don't move!
I love this. I gotta tell you, I love this. This is great.
You and I.
And the punchline here.
Joke. New guy. He no laugh. He cried.
I love that. I love that too, because for a couple of reasons. Number one, that's funny. All right. The gorilla jumping up and pretending like he's attacking them and being all aggressive. That's funny. I don't care what anybody says. That was funny. And I love The Rock's punchline there. Okay. You and me, that's funny. Him, the guy, he cried. That was great because number one, in the trailer, it now sets up for us and gives us a sample size about the nature of the relationship between two. He didn't just raise this animal. They're clearly buddies on many levels. So I love the fact that they put this in the trailer because it reveals to us as the audience the nature of the relationship, which is really solid and really good. And I love that. And I just think the punchline is really good. It's a good punchline. He cry. I like that.
You can get up now.
And check your diaper. Come on. Let's go.
Picking on the new guy. Okay, now we get into the crux of it. Okay, so instantly, right away, the trailer shows us the ape is affected by something. At first, you don't know if it's alien. Of course, it's earthbound. It's earth-made, really. But something affects him, so something's going wrong. And the music changes. You notice that? Dun, dun, the music gets a little more dramatic.
About George, you okay?
I don't know.
George? It's okay.
Now, this is pretty cool, too. They show us he's coming out. Something's happening. He's growing here. The look on The Rock's face when he notices, that was really well done, too. Now, we see there's a bunch of claw marks down the side of him there. Is that self-inflicted? After coming across the little, the little cube spraying out the green mist on him, does he run into is this maybe from Lizzie, or is this maybe from George? Were they in the same vicinity as George? Were they in the same vicinity as him? Were the wolf there? Was the lizard there? Did he get into a fight? What happened? Where did those come from? That's not something they give away quite yet, but it might be suggested. We'll just have to wait and see.
Considerably bigger.
No, he's definitely bigger. I need to find someone who knows exactly what the hell this thing is.
I found her. No, that's a lie. Technically, she found us.
All right.
What's happening to my friend?
So here we get introduced to a key type of character that we see in a lot of these movies. Now, this is the actress Naomie Harris. And the character she's playing here is a very key type of character in all these types of movies. The scientist who can actually knows what's going on. She becomes that narrative point that explains what's happening to us as the audience. She becomes the source of the exposition. Now, if you recognize Naomie Harris, she plays Moneypenny in the last couple of James Bond films, and I have loved her in that. Also, interesting note on Naomie Harris, she's going to be playing a character in the upcoming Jungle Book rendition, Mowgli, being directed by Andy Serkis. So that's just something for us to keep an eye on in the future. So there's that character.
Editing. Changes will be incredibly unpredictable.
Okay, notice that she's saying things changes will be incredibly unpredictable because obviously now we're seeing George act un-George-like, right? A little more destructive. So they're kind of revealing to us it's not just that he's going to be physically growing, it's probably going to be messing with his head a little bit too.
Increased strength,
The smash car effect, by the way, looked amazing.
George!
speed, agility.
No!
Okay, now how many times have we seen this in this type of a movie where, you know, like somebody who is really a good person, but something's going out of control and they get talked down and they're like, okay, I'm ready to come in, everything's good. And then the cops show up and something freaks them out and then they go crazy again. We've seen that kind of little narrative hook play out in a lot of these types of movies. Clearly they're using it here. It's an effective one. Maybe it'll play well. Who knows? We'll have to see.
Crowd of cells and chains that can't run.
Where's George? I need to see him. He is dangerous.
And of course, we get Jeffrey Dean Morgan pops up, Negan, where are you going, Rick? Oh, so we get Negan in there, of course, and he's Batman's dad and all that kind of stuff. I'm a huge fan of Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I've been a major fan of his ever since, like, well, first of all, Supernatural, obviously. That's one of my favorite shows. He plays the Winchester's dad. And then he was in that really underrated and underappreciated movie, The Losers, with Chris Evans. I don't think enough people watch that. Anyway, I love seeing that he's going to be in this.
Think it's time for me to turn the middle around.
We're gonna die!
Probably.
Okay, so a little bit of the same scene that we got in The Mummy. The plane's going down, they're hanging out. Now, I doubt if in this scene The Rock throws Naomi Harris out with a parachute, then it's a little bit too much like The Mummy. But it does look like fun. And again, taking the opportunity for a little bit of a funny line. She says, "We're gonna ignite." Probably. I liked it. That could come across as really cheesy, but in a movie like this, cheesy works.
We've created the next chapter in natural selection. Project Rampage works.
Okay, so here we go. This is where they're showing us a new angle that we didn't get in the first trailer. It's like, this is the company. And of course, what type of movie like this doesn't have the evil corporation? We are going to make money by raping the natural world. Mwahaha. I mean, right? They're all there. It's really one-dimensional. It's incredibly predictable, but you need to have something like that, I guess, as your antagonist. So this is the evil corporation, mustache-twirling corporation that's probably behind everything that's happening to George and, of course, the other creatures as well. Yeah, first look at Lizzie there.
Experiments running around. What do you mean another one? Incoming!
And I think that was our one look at Joe Manganiello. I think that was the only look at Joe Manganiello in this entire trailer. It's just him just yelling incoming. Now, here's something I'm still iffy on. Okay, the wolf has giant wings. All right, the wolf has wings, like the wings of a giant bat. Now, I'll be honest with you, I didn't stay right up to date with every version of the game. Is that something that was part of the game? I honestly don't know off the top of my head. But hey, look, they did explain at the beginning, there's going to be unexpected changes. Maybe this is part of the mutation. Maybe. I don't know how big I am. I got to admit, it does look cool. I don't know how much I like the idea of it, but it does kind of look cool.
Of course, the wolf flies.
Of course. And of course, you know, these are big giant monsters, but of course, The Rock's got to be able to fight them, right? He can't go fist to fist with them, but he's got to be out in the streets fighting them. These visuals, by the way, look amazing. Like, forget the ridiculous premise. Visually, it does look really good.
It's time we throw everything we can at these things and get people the hell out of that city.
Let's go save the world.
And
That's a big arm. Don't fight it.
that's probably, honestly, I think that's probably my favorite line is, it's a big arm, don't fight it. It's something that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would say. I dig that. I like that.
You know there are other ways of dealing with people, right?
And he's a pilot, of course.
Yeah, but that's no fun.
Okay, now we're about to get into something here in the trailer. I find this trailer, up until this point, I find this trailer really enjoyable. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's fun, it's silly, it's goofy, but hey, I'm on board with it. It feels kind of fun. And then they do something in this trailer that for the life of me, I do not know why they did this.
George? You okay? Ready to do this, buddy?
Okay, Rock and George team up at the end. Look, yeah, you can make an argument that we probably saw that coming. Of course, we all probably did. But why would you show that in the trailer? Why would you show us in the trailer that right near the end, They're going to just show it to us. Yeah, we probably figured it out in our heads. Well, of course he's going to save George and probably they're going to fight together. But you don't show that in the trailer. That's a major plot turn right there. Then now they're going to stand side by side and fight together against the other two. Look, I often will argue against people who say they show too much in trailers. I say, no, really, they don't usually. But this is an example. This is an egregious example of showing something in the trailer that is just beyond me. I mean, this reminds me a lot of that, the last Jurassic World trailer, where it's like they show the giant dinosaur about to eat Chris Pratt, and then the even bigger dinosaur shows up and eats that dinosaur. It's like, why? That was a cliffhanger moment for the movie. Why did you give that away? And I feel like showing this in the trailer was an epic mistake. I think that was a terrible move to put this in the trailer. But anyway, let's finish it out here. I mean, hey, I get it. Showing him picking up the big steel beam and knocking the other monster in the head, that's a great looking shot that plays in the trailer. But, you could have shown us that shot without giving away The Rock and him standing side by side. You could have just shown that shot thinking, oh, this is just the animals acting wild. And they gave it away. But anyway, overall, I like the trailer. It's fun. It's goofy. It's got some of that cheesy 90s action one-liner jokes in it that I was eating up. This is obviously a big kind of movie you got to take with a grain of salt. Really disappointed that they showed that thing at the end with George and Dwayne standing side by side. It's just something they shouldn't have put in the trailer. It's a good trailer. It's a solid trailer. It just kind of leaves a little bit of a sour taste in your mouth with the way they ended it. But anyway, guys, what did you think of this new trailer for Rampage? I'm actually kind of I was poo-pooing on this film, but I'm kind of looking forward to it now due to these trailers. What did you think? Do these trailers do anything to get you more excited? Are they turning you off the movie? Jump down to the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Hey, listen, guys, while you're here, why don't you take a second, click on that subscribe button, become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. Make sure you click that thumbs up button, share this video around. Make sure you follow me on social media, just at John Campea. That'll do it for me, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me, and until my next video, bye-bye.